Hey guys, welcome to Deep Dive Coding. Today we solve LeetCode problem of the day, and in this video I will simulate the binary addition process, and that will give you enough capability to write the code by on yourself. But although I will give you the code explanations without further delay, let's start the video. Video will go this way. First I will explain the questions, then simulate the binary additions. This is the most important, that will capable you to write the code. Third thing is build the algorithm, code explanations, and as usual complexity analysis. Come into the question part. Question given, we have two string, that is a and b. These are the two binary string, that means it will consist binary string, that means 0 and 1. So we have to add a plus b and give the answer as output. That is our questions. Now come into the binary addition simulations part. Without going to that, you can support my work. First like and subscribe the channel, then comment helpful and upvote the LeetCode solutions. Now simulate the binary addition part. We are given two numbers. This is first number and second number, and first one is 1 1. It will give you 0. That means 1 plus 1, it will give you 1 0. That means you can consider this way, similar to decimal additions 4 and 8. If you have these two binary numbers, that is 1 and 1, it will give you 2, so it will be 1 0. This way you can add in the binary. So first of all, and it will be carry forward over here 1, and again 1 1 1. So it will answer is 1 and carry forward to 1, and over here also same 1 over here and carry forward to 1, and over here also same 1 over here and carry forward to 1. This is the answers for this number additions. Now come into these additions. First 1 1, it will give you 0 and carry forward to 1 over here, and once you 1 plus 0 plus 0, it will give you 1 over here. 0 plus 1 give you 1, and you can consider this way, the number is given no leading 0, that means number will give this way. So you can add 0 over here and add in the 1 plus 0, you can consider 1 over here. This is the answers of these two additions number. Now if you closely look into these things, these are the possible cases. If you add 1 plus 0, it will give you 1 and carry with 0, and if you try to add 0 plus 1, it will give you 1 and carry with 0, and 1 plus 1 give you 0 and carry 1. That is exactly means 1 0. If you have the carry 1, a1 and b1, then how you can deal with that? So it will be answers 1 and carry with also 1. That means it's simple, it will actually 3. So if you try to convert in binary format of 3, it will give you this way, so 1 1. That is exactly similar this one. That means if you try to add this one, it will give you 1 1 as answer. Now coming to the algorithm parts. Algorithm is exactly the simulations part also. So first of all, we just need to set two index pointer, that is a index is simply at the last of the a, and b index would be the last bit of the b. Now we iterate the each bits from the right to left. That means let's take an example, or let's take an example of a over here. This is a and b is, this one is b. Now initially a index over here and b index over here. These are the two string as it is given in the question. Now we initialize a index and b index, and we have to iterate from the right to left in these directions, and we take another additional string, that is answer, we store the answer. Now one main thing is, when a or b string bit is missing, that means when you try a index over here and b have no valid bits, so you can consider it as 0. Another thing is, you just sum equal to a value plus b value plus carry. Now there are few cases, you can break it down also. If sum equal to 0, you try to add the in answer, that means answer plus equal to 0 bit over here and carry also 0. And when you sum is 1, that means answer is 1 and carry 0. Sum equal to 2, answer is 0 and carry with 1. When sum is 3, and it will be like answer is 1 and carry with 0. When we have answer finalized, then we just reverse the answers. Why? Now let's try a dry run for an example. Let's a equal to 1 0 1 1 and b equal to 1 0 1. These are the two examples, and first of all A index over here at the last positions and B index over here, and carry equal to 0. Now when you answers is this one, this is a string, we just append in the string, so initially it's have nothing in, so it will be like empty. Now we A index is 1, at the B index it's have 1 and 0, it will 1 plus 1 plus 0, this will give you 0, and carry would be 1, we can write over here also, and we place the 0 over here. And now 1 plus 1 again, 1 plus 1 again 0, and carry would be 1, so it will be 0 over here again, and again 1 plus 1 it would be give you 0, and carry over here 1, so it will again 0, and 1 plus 1 again 0, and carry would be 1, and you can place it over here. So it will be like again 0 and 1, this will be the answers, but this is not the actual answers, you just reverse the answer so that you get this as valid answer. So we just at the last step we just reverse the string and return the answer. Now come into the coding part. I will give the explanations in the C++, but Java and Python versions you can find in the descriptions. So function is simple, like add binary, we take the string A as first number and string B as the second number, this is binary string, and string answers to store the answer. Now as usually A index last pointer at the A, and B index last point of the B, and carry initially 0. Now we try to keep adding until these conditions, all these conditions are false. That means A index have to be greater than equal to 0, B index also greater than equal to 0, or carry greater than 0. That means first of all we just calculate the A value, if it is in the limit then we get the A value, if it is not then we can consider 0 as the valid answer. Now B value similarly, if it is under the limit then it is actual give you the bits, and otherwise it will consider as 0. Now you just get the sum, so A value plus B value plus carry. Now if the sum modulo 2 equal to 1, that means sum would be either it's 1 or 3. So in these two cases we have to store that bit as 1, and carry, if the sum greater than 1 then we just carry 1, otherwise it will be 0. Similarly else conditions, that means over here sum equal to either 0 or 2, so we just store the answers for 0 over here, and carry would be according to, if the sum is greater than 0 then that means carry is 1, otherwise it will be 0. How we decide this part? Over here you can consider. So I already write, let's rewrite this thing, same thing. Okay, so you can consider sum equal to 1's mean either it's 1 0 or 0 plus 1, these two cases, so carry would be 0. If the sum equal to 3, what it means, it will be carry 1 plus 1A plus B, so it will be like it have the answer is 1 and carry have to be the 1. Otherwise sum equal to, if it is 0 that means 0 plus 0, so it will be carry also 0. If sum equal to 2, that means it will be 1 plus 1, and you can consider it will be sum 0 and carry forward with 1. In this way you can decide these conditions, and according to A index and B index you reduce that index. If it is in the greater than 0 then you can reduce, otherwise you do not reduce, and you continue until the any of these conditions are valid, and at last we just reverse the answers and return the answers. Now come into the complexity part. Okay, complexity is fairly simple, like we just iterating over A or B, whichever is the maximum size. That means you can consider bigger of A dot size and comma B dot size, whatever string is maximum we just iterating that much. And in space complexity we just store the, we take an answers as a string to store the answer, so it would be like also the maximum of, it will be like maximum of these two things, and over here same maximum of A dot size and B dot size. This is the space complexity. Thank you guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.